Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Spano Center as your Pacific Tigers take on the Gales of St. Mary's College. Tigers so far in the season have a 13-3 record overall with a 2-1 record in the WCC. Tigers just lost a close one to Santa Clara this past Tuesday in Santa Clara, while St. Mary's Gales, they are 4-9 on the season, 0-3 within WCC play. So they're looking to get their first win here in the WCC, and the Tigers are looking to keep this hot streak going as they've won many of their last couple games. So far for the Tigers, starting lineup's pretty similar to how it's been all season, with Andy Shelton at the center, Katrin Gotterbutt, Ribeiro. We got Jill and Allie out of the middle, Lexi and Anso on the left side, and Kat Schultz on the right side. St. Mary's Gales, we got opposite number 2, Rachel Gilchrist. On 2 outside hitters, number 7, Clara Powers, and number 21, Samantha Tinsley. At libero, they got 24, Milena Popovich. And the 2 middle blockers are Alexis Salmons and Natalie Luce. The setter is Dallas Dodd. St. Mary's is back to serve this one up. First server is going to be number 25, the setter, Dallas Dodd. Fun fact, Dodd, her father is actually a pro beach player playing down in the AVP. Lineups are all set, and we're about to get this game underway.
First service of the match, now serving for the Gales, Dallas.
And Dodd floats this one up, passed up by Lexi. Shelton's underneath it, goes right side to Schultz. Schultz tips this one over, dug up by the Gales. They go left side to 21, Tinsley, but dug up nicely by the Tigers. They go left side to Elman. Elman swings, but finds the double block between number 11, Natalie Luce, and number 2, Rachel Gilchrist there for the St. Mary's Gales. Gives the Gales a 1-0 lead here to start the first set. Dodd floats it over, Lexi's under it. Tigers go 31 Dug up by the Gales, though. They go back left side to Tinsley. Tinsley just rolls this one over. Dug up nicely by the Tigers. They go left side to Schultz. Schultz finds a double block. And a nice play by the Tigers just keeps the ball alive. Gales go right out of the middle, but that's a hitting error. A little long for number 2, Rachel Gilchrist. So the Tigers so far are having a little trouble early with Gales' block. They're going to have to get around it. They have some height over there. And they're going to have to start working some shots, cutting some angles to get around this Gales' block. Allie back to serve, floats this one over. St. Mary's goes left side to number 11, Natalie Luce, who's normally a middle blocker, but for that one swung on the left pin. Hits it a little long, point for the Tigers. Just playing, there was a touch on the block, so St. Mary's will get that point. They served it up. Tigers go left side to Lexi. Lexi finds high hands, but dug up by the Gales. Gales just free ball one over. Shelton goes left side back to Lexi. Lexi just rolls this one over. Nice cut shot right there, right over the double block. Gets a point for the Tigers. Now we'll be 2-2, and that point will rotate Kimmy Whitson back in to the front row to set. Andy Shelton will go to the bench. Schultz going back to serve. She floats this one over. Dug up by the Gales. Dodds under it. Goes right side to Luce, but dug up nicely by Kimmy Whitson. Katrin goes left side to Lexi, and Lexi finds the double block again. She's got to start working some shots, get around that block of the Gales. Ball still up, though. They go left side to number 7. She just kind of tips that one over. Kimmy's goes quick one to Jill, but dug up by the Gales. They go back to the middle, number 2. Dug up nicely by Kat Schultz, but it's an overpass. Gales go right side that time to Luce, and Luce is able to find line on that shot and just get it past the block of Lexi Elman and dive in Katrin Goddard, not quite able to get to it. Gales now open up a 3-2 lead here early in this first set. Back to serve now for St. Mary's. This is the libero, Milena Popovich. She floats that one over. Lexi, they're clearly targeting Lexi here on this serve receive. She gets a nice swing, though. Dug up by the Gales. Gales give an overpass. Lexi swings it, but not able to get the kill. Keeps the ball alive. Kimmy goes back left side to Lexi, and Lexi finds the double block yet again. Number 11, Natalie Luce, and the middle blocker, number 9, Alexis Salmons, were able to close on that one. Lexi has not had a clean shot yet on that left side. She's either been blocked or just had to roll one over. Tigers may be going to her a little too often here in this first set. You'd like to see them switch it up a little. And right there, Kimmy Whitson goes over on 2 and gets that dump for the kill. Point Pacific. At that point, we'll rotate Anso Bauer in for the defensive specialist, Mia Feiner. Lexi's back there and serves that one. Dodds under it, goes right side to Luce. Luce tips this one over, hits the top of the tape and rolls along the top of the tape and falls on the Tigers' side. Point for the Gales. That's going to rotate number 17, Mary Hernandez, back to serve. She's normally a freshman setter, but looks like she might just be a serving specialist out of Long Beach, California. She serves it. Whitson's under it, goes slide to Jill Howard. Two nice diving plays, one-arm digs by the Gales, keeps the ball alive, but it's a free ball for the Tigers. She sets left side to Anne-Sophie Bauer, and Anne-Sophie Bauer finds the block again. The Gales don't seem to be that much taller than the Tigers, but are getting every single touch at the net. 17 floats this one over. Lexi's there, digs it up. Whitson goes back row pipe ball to Kat Schultz, and Kat Schultz hits a little wide left. Tigers so far are just killing themselves. They're not able to get around the block. They're having unforced errors. And hope this sloppy play kind of cleans up a little bit. Gales serve it. Lexi passes it up. They go slide to Jill Howard. Nice dive and play by the Gales. Keeps it alive. And they're going to have to free ball this one over. Goddard's there. Whitson goes back one to Howard. Howard blasts that one right off the left thigh of the libero. Point Pacific. Tigers going to have to get Jill a little more involved. They can't be so heavily reliant on left side offense when the Gales block is closing that seam and being pretty effective over there. Goddard's back to serve, floats this one over. And that's a service ace, first one for the Tigers. So you see a nice kill there from Howard. Followed up by an ace, but got her, but Tigers getting a little bit of a roll. Hopefully this continues. 5-7 here early in this first set. Gales have the lead. Goddard floats this one over. That time's dug up by the libero. They go a 2-ball to the middle for St. Mary's number 9, Alexis Salmons, and she hits that one wide left. So you had a kill, then an ace, and then an unforced hitting error. Starting to swing the momentum back in the Tigers' favor, 6-7 in this first set. Goddard floats this one. Nice serve on that one. Dug up by the Gales, though. They go left side to number 27, Milena Popovich, who's normally in the right side hitter, but right there played the left side. Service error right there by St. Mary's. Put the score to 7-8. Gales still lead, and that will rotate Andy Shelton back into the game as setter, and she will have her jump serve. Well, they switched her to a standing float, so she just serves that one over. Gales are under it. Go right side, dug up nicely by Goddard. Shelton goes right side to Schultz. Schultz is not able to find any hands, and she hits it into the top of the tape. So that's going to be a 4-hit violation on the Tigers. Really a hitting error. Point for St. Mary's. Back to serve for the Gales, number 9, the middle blocker, Alexis Salmons. She floats this one over, dug up by Ellman. Shelton's there, sets a slide to Alley. Alley finds the double block, but Tigers keep it alive. Just free ball one over. St. Mary's goes left side to 21. Samantha Tinsley dug up nicely by Anne-Sophie Bauer. Tigers, again, just have to tip one. They're not getting in too much of an offensive rhythm here early in this first set. St. Mary's just tips one over the block, and Allie, the middle, reaches behind her and is not able to get it up. Normally, you don't like to see your block turn around and try and play that ball as Anne-Sophie Bauer is in position to get it. But that will be a point for St. Mary's, 10-7 lead for the Gales. Tigers have high ball offense, just kind of down ball one over to Anne-Sophie Bauer. Back over to the Gales side. They set a high 2-ball, dug up nicely by Shelton. Got a rose under it, goes left side to Anso, but still no kind of offensive rhythm here for the Tigers. And that time you see the setter go over on 2 and Allie reaches yet again. You really don't like to see that out of anyone that's trying to do a block. You're hoping that your defense will be there behind you. You got to trust that they'll be there. That was probably twice now that they would have gotten that ball up. Back to serve for St. Mary's, number 9, Alexis Salmons again. She rips that, causes an overpass off of Ellman, but dug up nicely again by the Tigers. Keeps the ball in play. Shelton sets left side to Schultz, and Schultz finds a double block of the Gales between number 2 and number 21 for St. Mary's. Tigers' offense is looking kind of predictable so far in this first set. If they're not getting the kill right away, they're finding the next hitter, and they're not really repeating any errors. They're not kind of doing any dissuasion. It's pretty simple offense right now for the Tigers. St. Mary's are tuned in to their block. That's going to take the Tigers to call their first time out down early in this first set, 7-12.
Oh, hey, Dallas, perfect. Oh, hey, Dallas, perfect. Hey, what's up? Hey, can I borrow some pine tar? Yeah, of course. Thanks, man. All right, looks good.
Huh. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Yep. Everybody knows that.
Well, did you know the ancient pyramids were actually a mistake? Uh-oh.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you, well, you know.
Salmon still back to serve for the Gales. Shelton goes left side to Anne-Sophie Bauer, finds high hands, keeps the ball alive though. Gales go 2-ball again to number 2, Rachel Gilchrist out of the middle. She has that hitting error though, point Pacific. And that's gonna put Mia Feiner back to serve for the Tigers. She floats that one over. St. Mary's there, goes right side to number 27, Miliva Popovich, and that's going to give a block though to Lexi Elman, point Tigers. Feiner's back to serve, floats it over again, dug up by the libero. Setter goes left side to 21, Samantha Tinsley, hits high hands off the block, and a diving Shelton's not able to get to it. Point Gales. That's going to put number 25, the setter, Dallas Dodd, back to serve. She's a 6'1" junior out of Manhattan Beach, played at Miracosta. Dodd floats it over, and that's going to be an ace off of Elman. As you can see, St. Mary's is clearly targeting Elman on the serve receive, and that time proved to be effective. Dodd's back to serve, floats that one over to Elman again, but she digs it up. Shelton goes right side to Schultz. Schultz finds a block, but keeps it alive on St. Mary's side. They go left side, and she tips it. Good job by Allie not reaching back that time, and Elman's able to pick it up. Gales this time go back to the right side to number 11, Natalie Luce, who just pushes one kind of right between the seam and our block. Point St. Mary's. We're going to have another substitution here on the Tiger side as Whitson comes in for Shelton. This is a little different. Normally Shelton's been set in the front row, but back row, but Whitson's coming in. They serve again. Elman's there. Elman passes it up. Whitson goes quick one attack to Allie. And Leisha Wilk right out of the middle is able to get that kill. Point Pacific. Tigers trailing by 5 here halfway through this first set, 10-15. Leisha Wilk back to serve, and that's going to put Jill Howard into the front row in the middle. Jill's been usually pretty effective with the block, so hopefully she's able to get this one going because the Tigers need some kind of momentum. St. Mary's sets right side to number 21, Samantha Tinsley, and she hits that one just a little bit wide. The line judge wasn't quite sure to call it in or out, but ultimately does call it out. Point Pacific. Wilk back to serve, floats it. Not a great serve receive, just going to cause St. Mary's to just tip one over. A diving Feiner, though, keeps the ball alive. It's an overpass. And with that overpass, St. Mary's is able to set the right side, Samantha Tinsley, and get the kill. So far for the match, St. Mary's has 8 kills to the Tigers 4 and has 5 errors to the Tigers 6. Tinsley serves this one to Elman. She passes it up. Whitson's there, sets one to Howard. Howard rips at the libero, but they keep it alive. Whitson digs this one up. Gotterbug goes right side to Schultz. Schultz hits high, but not able to get the kill as the libero's there to keep the ball alive. And that should have been called a double. That was a very ugly set there by St. Mary's, but the up official lets it continue to play. And with that set, Elman's able to put that away in the left corner. That definitely should have been called, though. Either way, that point for the Tigers sends Kat Schultz back to serve as she floats this one over. Dug up by St. Mary's. They go back to number 2, Rachel Gilchrist. And Jill Howard, like I was saying earlier, right there to get that block. She's going to need a couple more of those to get this Tigers defense kind of rolling, as St. Mary's has been owning the net and with that kind of owning the offense. If she's able to get 2 or 3 blocks here in a row, that really going to propel the Tigers forward here. Schultz just serves that one over. They go left side to number 7, Clara Powers, and she hits through the block, and Schultz was kind of out of position on that way as she started to stand up. But with the touch of the block, sent the ball down. Point for St. Mary's. It's going to put the libero back to serve, Milena Popovich. She serves Elman. Elman gives an overpass, but joust at the net, won by St. Mary's as they keep the ball alive. And That one, they passed it up and the setter wasn't in position, so it hits the top of the tape and rolls back down on St. Mary's side. Point for the Tigers. Even with how sluggish the Tigers looked here in this first set, they only find themselves trailing by 3, 14-17. Elman back to serve, dug up by the Gales. Again, the setter, that time they called it. The setter tries to do a backslide and kind of catches the ball, it falls between her hands, and called for the double contact, point Pacific. Elman still serving. She has a good float serve right there, dug up by the Gales though. They go left side to number 7, Clara Powers, and Powers finds the block of Kimmy Whitson and gets the tool. Back to serve for St. Mary's, number 17, Mary Hernandez. She has a pretty good serve as Elman's not quite able to get to it, and the Tigers just have to free ball that over. They go back to the left side with Clara Powers. They repeat the successful kill in the last swing, and she yet again gets a kill. St. Mary's opens up a 19-15 lead here, 3/4 of the way through this first set. St. Mary's hitting 182 off of 12 kills, and the Tigers hitting 0 off of 6 kills. That time, Whitson sets a slide to Jill Howard, and Howard hammers it down to the cross-court left side between zone 1 and 2, point Pacific. That point's going to take Howard out of the set, though, and put in Allie in the front row middle blocker, and we'll put Katrin Godarba back to serve. Katrin floats this one and gets her second ace of the first set off. This time, instead of off the libero, this one's off of number 7, Clara Powers. You saw that a lot with Godarba in the club season as she played for Delta Valley. She has a very effective serve. Godarba floats another one down the line. Diving Clara Powers keeps it alive, but not a very good pass as St. Mary's just down balls one over. Whitson's under it, goes left side to Anso, but off top of the high hands, keeps the ball alive. St. Mary's goes left side to number 27, Mileva Popovich, and she's able to find a seam in the block and hit hands and tool between Whitson and Wilk. Point for St. Mary's. Tigers block right now when they're going up. They're not really pressing or penetrating over the net. They're just jumping straight up and trying to get as high as possible rather than getting as close to the ball. And St. Mary's has been able to just rip hands and get the block, or get the tool. That should be, they're going to call 4-hit violation as Wilk hit it top of the tape, and they're saying that no blocker for St. Mary's touched it. So that's going to cause Greg Gibbons to call his second time out of this first set as the Gales find themselves leading the Tigers 21-17.
And so you can see here, like right here, I can just, check my policy here, add a car, speak to customer service, check on a claim, all with the tap of my Geico app.
Oh, that's so cool.
Well, I would disagree with you, but that would make me a liar.
No, dude, you're on the Jumbotron.
Yeah, I pretty much walked into that one.
Geico, anywhere, anytime. Just a tap away on the Geico app.
One of the big strengths of Pacific is the small class sizes. I feel like I know all of my professors and that they know me.
Office hours are very open and they're very welcoming, so it's a lot more personable than being at a bigger campus.
I just tell my kids, anytime in the afternoon, if I'm in here, come on in.
We realize that our first responsibility is to our students, and we have always taken that responsibility very seriously.
18-21 to St. Mary's. The one bright spot in this first set has been Jillian Howard, as she has 3 kills on 7 attempts to go along with the block. Whitson sets left side to Anso Bauer. Anso's able to find a seam in the block, and with that overpass off the libero, sets it up right in the middle for Alicia Wilk to just crush one straight across. St. Mary's is looking for a net call there, but none to be found. Point for the Tigers. Comes out of that timeout with scoring off of that point. 2 good swings there for the Tigers. That's what you like to see coming right out of a timeout, especially when the start to this first set's been as slow as it has been. Whitson floats this one over. Gales are there. They go left side to Tinsley. Tinsley finds a double block between Wilk and Schultz and falls into the Gales side. Point Pacific, as they've now opened up with 2 straight, 19-21 deficit. And that block got the Tigers bench a little fired up. Hopefully that's able to carry on into this 3rd point. Kimmy rips one, but tight free ball over to the Gale side. They go right side, but another down ball. Sloppy play on this ball on both sides as Wilk finds a block, but kept alive on St. Mary's side. They go to the left side, number 21, Samantha Tinsley, and she's able to hit cross court deep corner into the 5. Point for St. Mary's. Tinsley so far has 4 kills on 11 swings for St. Mary's, and that will send number 9, Salmons, back to the service line. She floats this one over, dug up by Elman. Whitson's there, goes 2-ball to Schultz, and that was a very good play for the Tigers. That was the first time they used a little bit of deception. They sent Alicia Wilk on the slide and brought Schultz back into the middle. The middle blocker for St. Mary's saw the slide, went with the slide, and left Schultz wide open in the middle. That was the first time, as I said, the Tigers used a deceptive play, and it proved to be really effective as there's no block. St. Mary's hammers one, but dug up nicely by Whitson. They go right side to Schultz, dug up by the Gales. They send a high ball. Number 21 trying to just brush one off the block of the Tigers, but finally they must have said something in the timeout because the block of the Tigers now is penetrating. They're getting that outside hand webbed out outside of the ball rather than jumping straight and trying to get as high as possible. So now the Tigers are starting to look a little better on the block. Again, must have had something said during that timeout, and now the Tigers only find themselves trailing by 1, 21-22. That point is going to send Mia Feiner back to serve, defensive specialist for the Tigers. She floats that one over, dug up by the Gales. They go left side to 21, Tinsley. And Tinsley hits that one high line. And maybe Whitson was playing a little too shallow on that one, but still a good shot for St. Mary's. Gives them a 23-21 advantage here coming up in this first set. Number 25, Dallas Dodd, the setter, back to serve. She floats this one over to Elman. Elman has a 1 pass back to Mia Feiner. She sends it left side to Elman as a high ball. And again, Elman's able to go around the outside of that block. That's what you need to see a little more from her. Instead of her just trying to power one through a block, work her shots, work angles, cut that wrist. And that time it worked out for the Tigers. Now 22-23, St. Mary's is leading, but sends Alicia Wilk back to serve, and you'd like to see it, Jill Howard in the front row. Allie floats this one over, dug up by the libero. Gales go left side to 11, and just like that, Jill Howard gets her block as soon as she comes into the game. We definitely need that from Howard to keep this Tigers offense rolling. If she's able to keep penetrating over the net and getting those blocks, it's going to help alleviate some of the pressure that the setters for the Tigers are feeling. Little pause in the break as libero had to slide for that ball and left a little sweat on the ground, so wipe that up. But so far here in this first set, the Tigers are hitting .068 compared to St. Mary's .14. Tigers have 10 kills, 7 errors on 44 swings. And still, Jill Howard is the bright spot, hitting .429 with 2 blocks. Like to see with Schultz here in this front row, try and get her and Howard a little more involved in the offense. And with that block for Jill, it's going to send St. Mary's into their first time out of this first set as it all tied up 23-23. We'll take a break.
What's going on, Power Cat? How you doing today? What's going on here? Unbelievable. Hey, man, did you touch my coffee cup?
I didn't touch it, bro.
Come on, man. What's going on with this?
I didn't do it, dude.
Derek, man, did you touch my coffee cup?
No, Coach, I didn't touch your coffee.
Who's messing with my coffee cup?
Not sure.
Holy Toledo. Unbelievable. 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 This place sometimes.
Hey, Coach, how's the season been?
Welcome back to the Alex G. Spano Center as the Tigers find themselves in a close one here in this first set, 23-23 against St. Mary's. Leisha Wilk back to serve. She floats this one over, dug up by St. Mary's, as they just have a high ball and have to send a free ball over to the Tigers. Leach is there. Whitson goes left side to Elman. Elman finds a seam in the block, but dug up by St. Mary's. They go left side to number 11, and she again tries to go high line, but that time Whitson was moved back and was able to keep the ball alive. It is an overpass, and St. Mary's hammers it, but hammers it wide. Point Pacific, as they now find themselves leading 24-23 in this first set, as somehow the Tigers are fighting through this early woes, and will send St. Mary's into their second timeout, 24-23 Tigers. And welcome back to the Spano Center. The Tigers find themselves having the first lead of this first set, and it comes at a great time as it's 24-23. Alicia Wilk back to serve. Floats this one over, dug up by St. Mary's. They go back two to number 21, but dug up by the Tigers. Jill Howard sends it over on two. St. Mary's goes right side, but a nice soft block there for the Tigers. Whitson goes left side to Elman. Elman rips the line, and St. Mary's is not able to control it as it went off the setter, Dallas Dodd's forearms, and straight into the net. Point Tigers gives them the first set and the match lead, 25-23, 1-0. We'll take a quick break in between intermission.
It is a little awkward being on the market again, but I actually tried the online thing, which I don't know. I guess I'm just hoping for a caring and nurturing relationship, you know, one that's going somewhere. Like I take them where they're going, and they buy me Chevron with Techron. I mean, yeah, you know, what can I say? I'm a romantic.
Your car takes care of you. Care for it. Chevron with Techron. Care for your car.
All right, now I just look desperate.
Huh. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Yep. Everybody knows that.
Well, did you know the ancient pyramids were actually a mistake?
Uh-oh. Geico. 15 minutes could save you, well, you know.
Support your Pacific Tigers by following them on Twitter, @PacificTigers. It's simple to use. Even the lovable Power Cat can send tweets. Here's where he keeps his laptop. Power Cat? Let's see how Power Cat tweets from his laptop. Whoops. Give it a try on your iPad. No? Good thing you can tweet on your smartphone. I think you should get that fixed.
Power Cat's pause may make it hard for him to follow us, but you certainly can.
Through, and St. Mary's decided to switch up liberos. For St. Mary's, number 12, Maddie Wilkerson, freshman libero, 5'5", out of Texas, is going to come into the game. Some of the bright spots for the Tigers, leading the way in kills for Pacific. Lexi Ellman had 4 kills on 11 attempts. And then as far as hitting percentage-wise, Jill Howard had 3 kills on 8 attempts, and then also 2 blocks. Tigers going to open up this second set with a serve from Alicia Wilk. Goes right after that new libero. St. Mary's just pushes the left side. Whitson's there, dug up nicely. Feiner goes to push the set to Ellman, push it a little tight, and but they're going to call St. Mary's over. So that's going to be point for Pacific. The upper ref saying that the ball was still on the Tigers' side. May have been a lucky call there for the Tigers, but we'll take it either way as the ball seemed to be in the plane. But 1-0 Pacific. Going to keep Wilk back to serve. Leach started off that first set, 2 kills, 1 error on 7 swings, along with 3 assist blocks. She serves that one and goes about a foot-long point for St. Mary's. That's going to send number 21, Tinsley, back to serve. Dug up by Feiner. Whitson's under it, goes right side to Schultz. Schultz hits one cross court, dug up by the Gales. New libero's under it, sets right side. Dug up by Whitson. Whitson's pass goes real tight to the net, and a diving Gadaba is not able to quite bring it back onto the Tigers' side. Point for St. Mary's. Tinsley still to serve. Tinsley floats it over, dug up by Ellman. Whitson's there, goes left side to Ellman. Ellman hits kind of seam 1-6, but dug up nicely by St. Mary's. Overpass though, and that gives it to the Tigers. Tigers set a quick one to Jill Howard, and she swings, but they're going to say St. Mary's is in the block or in the net with number 11, or excuse me, number. They're going to say Jill was in the net on that swing. Point for St. Mary's. Tinsley back to serve again. Whitson goes left side to Ellman. And Ellman finds a seam in that block and is able to hit it right in the middle of the court, point Pacific. Ellman now starting to loosen up a little more, getting that shoulder going, as she seems to be swinging a little harder and with a little more aggression. That's going to send number 62, the right side hitter, Kat Schultz, to serve for the Tigers. She floats this one over. Dug up by the libero. Dodd goes right side to loose, but dug up nicely by Gotterbud. Tigers go right side, slide to Howard, but dug up again by St. Mary's. St. Mary's tips this one over the block, but Schultz is there to pick it up as Tigers roll this one back over to St. Mary's. And right now, the ball's just going back and forth, and finally, number 33, Joe Howard, out of the middle there for the Tigers, able to put that ball away for her 4th kill of the night. Schultz will go back to serve yet again for the Tigers. Dug up by St. Mary's. They go high ball left side, and number 7 just has to tip that one over. Tigers go slide again to Jill Howard. She rips that one, but dug up nicely by St. Mary's as they roll this. The diving Whitson keeps the ball alive, and then they free ball one over. St. Mary's is under it, goes left side to number 7, Claire Powers, and she's able to rip line just past the outstretched arms of Kat Schultz. Point for St. Mary's. That point's going to send the new libero, Maddie Wilkerson, back to serve for St. Mary's, as the Tigers find themselves trailing this second set 3-4. Wilkerson floats it over it, dug up by Ellman. Whitson's there, goes back to Ellman on the left side. She finds the block, keeps it over on the Tigers side. Whitson goes right side to Howard. Howard rips it right down zone 6, but dug up by St. Mary's. And there, Claire Powers able to get 2 consecutive kills as she finds high hands at the Tigers block between Howard and Whitson. Tigers seem to have gone back to just trying to jump high rather than getting the block and press over. And Wilkerson serves this one back up. Finer's there, keeps the ball alive. Nice hustle play by Whitson, and Ellman just free balls this one over. St. Mary's is there. They go right side to number 11, Luce. And Luce finds a solo block of Lexi Ellman right there. Ellman sends it right back onto the Gales side, and they're not able to control it. Point Pacific. That point's going to send Anne-Sophie Bauer back into the game for Mia Finer. Lexi serves that one. St. Mary's goes right side, but dug up nicely by the Tigers as they just have to free ball that one over. Gales set it over to left side to Powers. Powers is looking for a touch. Still looking for a touch, but none to be found. Point Pacific, and Lexi will go to serve again. Ellman serves it. Great line shot right there. Cross court, right on the line. Diving Claire Powers not able to keep it up as that service ace goes to Lexi Ellman for her first one of the evening. She goes right back to Powers, but 21 decides to take that ball. As they set Powers, she just rolls this one over. To keep it alive, Cat dives and gives it to Whitson. Whitson tries to tip that one over, but unsuccessful. Point for St. Mary's. Is now 6-6 here early in the second set as the Tigers lead St. Mary's 1-0. St. Mary's floats this one over, dug up by Schultz. Whitson's there, goes slide to Howard. And Howard finds a double block right there between Powers and Salmons of St. Mary's. Point for them. Tigers getting a little relaxed as they've gone to that slide about 5 times in a row now for Howard. And St. Mary's kind of figured it out, and they've been taking off on it. And this time the Tigers go left side to Bauer, and Bauer finds a double block there between Salmons and Popovich. Point for St. Mary's. So back-to-back blocks there for St. Mary's, puts them ahead 8-6 in this second set. Ellman passes this one up. Whitson's there and sets back row pipe ball to Schultz. That's the first time we saw a back row attack for Schultz right out of the middle. That proves to be effective. Point Pacific. Tigers now find themselves trailing 7-8 and sends Godebra back to serve. And Godebra sends that one about 5 feet too long. Point for St. Mary's. St. Mary's here early in the second set have 3 kills on 13 attempts to the Tigers' 4 kills on 16 attempts. Gales serve this one over, dug up by Schultz, and it's an overpass, but St. Mary's unable to put it away, gives us a free ball, and with that free ball, Whitson sets Wilk right out in the middle and gets the kill on the one. That kill is going to put Kimmy Whitson back to serve. And there's a little break in the action as they wipe up some sweat on St. Mary's side. You'd like to see the Tigers start using the middle out of the middle a little more. Kind of open up the pin hitters so it's harder for St. Mary's middles to close on the pin. If they're able to establish the middle out of the middle rather than running slides, it'll open up Anso on the left side and Schultz on the right side. Play resumes and St. Mary's hits it, but dug up nicely by Ellman. Whitson sets left side to Anso, a little tight. All she could do is push that one over as St. Mary's is there. And they just push that one back over, give us a free ball. Whitson goes back to left side to Anso, but she finds a soft block and got up by St. Mary's. St. Mary's tries to tip that one over, number 21, Tinsley, over a double block, but tips that one just a little wide. Point Pacific is now all knotted up at 9 apiece in this second set. Tigers serve that one over, dug up by Wilkerson. They set it back one, but a block by Wilk keeps the ball on St. Mary's side, and they're unable to control that as number 21, Samantha Tinsley, hits it outside of the antenna. Tigers had their first lead of the second set, 10-9. Whitson back to serve and puts that one into the middle of the tape. Point St. Mary's. That service error is going to send number 9, Alexis Salmons, back to serve, redshirt freshman out of San Diego. She floats this over. Elman's there, gets it up. Whitson goes backslide to Wilk, and Wilk finds a double block. St. Mary's. So far, that slide's not really effective for the Tigers. You'd like to see them try and go away from that since St. Mary's has blocked it 3 straight times. When you saw Alicia run out of the middle, they did get a kill, and then they send her back on the slide, and she gets blocked. So hopefully the Tigers can just establish the middle real quick and start opening up the pin hitter, so it's not quite as many blocks here for St. Mary's. And so it goes cross court, dug up by the Gales. They go right side to number 27, Mileva Popovich, and she's able to find the 5-6 seam point for St. Mary's. And that point's going to send Macy Labasse, a freshman, into the game for Anne-Sophie Bauer. Macy's a left side hitter, played for Rage Volleyball Club. Gales serve this one over and serve it just a little bit long. Point Pacific. That service error is going to send Mia Feiner into the game, back row player for Macy Labasse. So it looks like Macy's just going to play front row, as much like what they did with Anne-Sophie Bauer when she was in the game. Feiner floats this one over. Gales are there, keep it up. They go 2-ball to number 2, but nice block there for the Tigers. Sends it back over to St. Mary's, and that time they go left side to number 21, Samantha Tinsley, and she's able to put that one away. St. Mary's just likes to run that high ball offense with number 2 out of the middle. Instead 2-ball or a back 2, and Tigers block, it's hard to run that in college because the block's just going to be there sitting on it. Back to serve for St. Mary's, number 25, the setter Dallas Dodd. She floats that one over. Tigers go right side to Schultz, and Schultz finds a double block. As the set was a little tight and a little inside, point for St. Mary's. That's going to take Greg Gibbons into his first time out of this second set as the Tigers had their biggest deficit, trailing 11-14. We'll take a quick break.
Support your Pacific Tigers by following them on Twitter, @PacificTigers. It's simple to use. Even the lovable Power Cat can send tweets. Here's where he keeps his laptop. Power Cat? Let's see how Power Cat tweets from his laptop. Whoops. Give it a try on your iPad. No? Good thing you can tweet on your smartphone. I think you should get that fixed.
PowerCat's pause may make it hard for him to follow us, but you certainly can.
On game day,
we wear different uniforms.
we represent different colors.
We come from different backgrounds.
And we're back to the Spanish Centers. Tigers find themselves trailing this second set, 11-14, but leading the match 1-0. St. Mary's sends Dallas Dodd back to serve. She floats that one over. And wide, point Pacific. It's not what you'd like to see coming out of a timeout having a service error, but the Tigers do love it and will take the point. That service error will send number 13, middle blocker, Alicia Wilk, back to serve. She floats this one over, dug up by St. Mary's. They go back 2, but again, not successful as the Tigers go number 1 to Jill Howard, but dug up by St. Mary's as they go high hands off of Howard. Wilkes there to keep the ball alive. And they set Howard again out of the middle and get the kill. That's what you like to see from Pacific, is start using the middle out of the middle, kind of open up the pin hitters coming up as long as they can get a little success coming from it. St. Mary's goes right side, but a soft block for the Tigers keeps the ball up. Feiner goes left side to Elman. Elman goes high off the block, but a nice play by St. Mary's keeps the ball alive as they free ball it over. Feiner goes right side that time to Schultz, but dug up by St. Mary's as they kind of roll this one over again. Schultz this time tries to go line, but number 11's there to block it back to the Tigers. Schultz again goes right in the middle of the court, but dug up by number 7. This time, Tigers go left side, high ball to Elman, and Elman kind of takes a little bit off her swing, just tries to keep it in the court, finds high hands off the St. Mary's blocks and sends it too far. Point Pacific as they all knotted up here halfway through the second set, 14 apiece. Wilk back to serve, serves this one short right at the 10-foot line. Dug up by St. Mary's as they go right side to number 21, Tinsley. And Tinsley puts it in the middle of the tape, Point Pacific. So far, not a great offensive performance for the Pacific in the second set as they have 7 kills, 6 errors. But kind of helping that is St. Mary's with 5 kills and 4 errors. So kind of a sloppy game here all around, even through the first set and halfway through the second set. But the Tigers are able to persevere through it and have come out with the first set lead and now 15-15 here in this second set. St. Mary's floats this one over. Elman's there. Whitson goes high ball right side to Schultz, and Schultz just kind of puts that one in the deep corner and gets a much needed kill as that's only her 4th of the night out of 20 swings. Schultz serves that one over, dug up by Wilkerson. St. Mary's goes right side to Natalie Luce, and she puts that one cross court into 116 and gets the kill. That is Luce's 6th kill of the evening, hitting 250, leading the St. Mary's Gales in kills along with Tinsley. Tigers go left side to Elman. Elman finds a double block right there between number 9, Alexis Salmons, and number 11, Natalie Luce. Point for the Gales. Wilkerson back to serve again for the Gales. Tigers go one ball to Jill Howard. Jill tips that one over, and diving St. Mary's keeps it alive, but unable to send it over as they have 4 contacts. Point Pacific. That point's going to send Elman back to serve. And Elman sends that one long. Point St. Mary's. That service arrow is going to send number 17, Mary Hernandez, back to serve. She floats that one over. Elman's there. Sends it to Whitson. Whitson goes back one to Howard. And a nice play by St. Mary's keeps it alive. That pass comes up to Whitson at the net, and she turns and hammers it over on 2. Point Pacific. And that ties it up at 18 apiece here in this second set. And we'll send number 8, the libero, Katrin Galaba, back to serve. Katrin serves it over, dug up by St. Mary's. They go right side, number 7, Claire Powers. Powers hits line, and Galaba keeps it alive, but is not able to bring it back to anyone. Point for St. Mary's. They open up a 19-18 lead here in the second set. St. Mary's serves it over, dug up by Elman. Bass is into the game, and she finds the double block of St. Mary's between number 9, Salmons, and 27, Popovich. Normally you see the Tigers dominating at the net, but this match has been quite opposite. St. Mary's now has 10 blocks of the evening compared to the Tigers' 6. And even if they haven't been point blocks, St. Mary's has gotten a lot of soft blocks that keep the ball alive or back to the Tigers' side. On that ball, Allie hits one out of the middle and is able to get the kill towards zone 1. Point Pacific as they find themselves trailing 19-20. That'll send Whitson back to serve. She floats this one over. Powers is there to keep it alive. They set left side to Tinsley. Tinsley tips that one over, but dug up by the Tigers. They go right side to Schultz, and Schultz hits hard cross court, kind of dropped that thumb and hit hard angle to about the 9-foot line, right on the line. Point Pacific as they tied it up at 20. Whitson back to serve. She floats this one over, dug up by Wilkerson. They go right side, but nice job by Gotterba to keep that ball alive. Whitson sets left side to Schultz and dug up by the Gales. This time Elman kind of gives a free ball, high ball, and puts it right on the tape, which you don't like to see. If you're going to send it over, you got to send it deep. And if it was, with that being short, Samantha Tinsley was able to put that one away. That's going to send Salmons back to serve for St. Mary's. Salmons floats this one short and into the tape. Point Pacific is now tied up 21-21. And we'll send Mia Feiner back to serve for the Tigers. St. Mary's floats that one, or Pacific floats it over, dug up by Powers of St. Mary's. They go right side to Tinsley, dug up nicely by the Tigers as they go left side to Elman. Elman is able to find the seam and get that kill. Point Pacific, that time the middle blocker for the St. Mary's kind of held on Leisha Wilkes, and she's got a couple sets right there out of the middle and wasn't able to close that seam and left it wide open. Feiner back to serve. She floats this one over, dug up by Powers. St. Mary's goes left side to Tinsley. Tinsley crushes one down the line right at Whitson, and she's unable to keep the ball in play. Point for St. Mary's. All tied up, 22-22. And we'll send 25 Dallas Dodd back to serve. Dodd floats this one over, dug up by Gotterba. Whitson's there, goes one to Wilk. And there was no block there. The middle blocker for St. Mary's thought she was going to go left side to Elman, but when Whitson pulled it right back to set the one, left it wide open. Point Pacific, and will now have a 23-22 lead. And sends Wilk back to serve. Howard in the front row. She serves Powers, dug up. Tinsley tries to swing that one, finds a double block of Howard and Elman. Dug up again by the St. Mary's, sends it to the Tiger side. Schultz just rolls that one over. Wilkerson sets high ball to 11, loose, but a diving Feiner keeps the ball alive as Whitson sets right side to Schultz, and Schultz finds the hands of Loose on that one and sends it back onto the Tiger side. Point for St. Mary's, tied up 23-23, and sends Tinsley back to serve. Tinsley serves it, dug up by Elman. Whitson's there, sets left side back to Elman. Elman hits cross court this time, and Wilkerson's not able to get her platform behind the ball. Point Pacific, and now gives them set point, 24-23. This is the same situation the Tigers were in last set, and were able to come out victorious. Schultz back to serve. Schultz floats this one over, dug up by Powers. Dodd's there, sets right side to Loose, and Loose finds a double block between Howard and Elman and falls on the Gale side. Point Pacific. So that gives the Tigers a 2-0 lead over the Gales of St. Mary's. Both sets were 25-23. Tigers hitting 111 so far through the first two sets, and St. Mary's hitting 112 through the first two sets. So pretty even there on the offensive front. Tigers are getting outblocked 7 blocks to 11, but that doesn't really matter. The Tigers are 2-0 so far, and we'll take a 10-minute break here between sets 2 and 3.
On game day,
We wear different uniforms.
we represent different colors,
We come from different backgrounds,
different states.
different cities. Some have hit aces.
Some have hit wedges.
Some have hit threes.
We are different,
but we are the same.
Competition unites us all.
We are not blinded by winning and losing.
The honor of the game must always be upheld.
We represent our conference,
our school, our team,
ourselves.
The West Coast Conference.
When you walk throughout campus, like it's almost one of those campuses where everybody kind of smiles at each other. It's just welcoming. Everybody's so welcoming. I feel like I'm coming home.
One of the big strengths of Pacific is the small class sizes. I feel like I know all of my professors and that they know me.
I hear stories all the time from people at the big brand name schools and how they wish that there was more personal interaction.
I really like the environment that I felt at Pacific from like the first day at the Stockton campus. I just really felt like the professors actually knew who I was.
It's family to me, and I can hardly wait to get up in the morning and get in my car and come over here and then see my friends, my colleagues, the students. They become family to me.
The students know that we care, that they matter in the classroom, and we know each of them by name.
We realize that our first responsibility is to our students, and we have always taken that responsibility very seriously. So our first responsibility is teaching, our second responsibility is scholarship. It's not the other way around here.
Improve your strength in shooting with the Cap 7 1 kilogram heavy training ball, a size 2 ball with a great grip. Get one today at cap7.com.
Serving up a bad batch, too much bacon on it, bacon on it, bacon on it. Assalamu alaikum on it. Got it, lost it, got it, spent it, got it. Now I'm back to ballin', 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 ballin'.
Whoa. Hey Wale, you gotta try these.
What's going on, Power Cat? How you doing today? What's going on here? Unbelievable. Hey, man, did you touch my coffee cup?
I didn't touch it, bro.
Come on, man. What's going on with this?
I didn't do it, dude.
Derek, man, did you touch my coffee cup?
No, Coach, I didn't touch your coffee.
Who's messing with my coffee cup?
Not sure.
Holy Toledo. Unbelievable. 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 This place sometimes.
The number one team in the country is the king of the West Coast Conference.
It's been a fun start to our season, and I'm happy with where we're at right now.
The W.TV, the energy of the West Coast Conference on your browser, smartphone, and tablet. All the action, anytime, anywhere.
Support your Pacific Tigers by following them on Twitter, @PacificTigers. It's simple to use. Even the lovable Power Cat can send tweets. Here's where he keeps his laptop. Power Cat? Let's see how Power Cat tweets from his laptop. Whoops. Give it a try on your iPad. No? Good thing you can tweet on your smartphone. I think you should get that fixed.
PowerCat's pause may make it hard for him to follow us, but you certainly can.
Dallas, perfect. Hey, what's up? Hey, can I borrow some pine tar? Yeah, of course. Thanks, man. All right, looks good.
It is a little awkward being on the market again, but I actually tried the online thing, which I don't know. I guess I'm just hoping for a caring and nurturing relationship. You know, one that's going somewhere. Like I take them where they're going, and they buy me Chevron with Techron. I mean, yeah, you know, what can I say? I'm a romantic.
Your car takes care of you. Care for it. Chevron with Techron. Care for your car.
All right, now I just look desperate.
Huh. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Yep. Everybody knows that.
Well, did you know the ancient pyramids were actually a mistake?
Uh-oh. Geico. 15 minutes could save you, well, you know.
When you walk throughout campus, like it's almost one of those campuses where everybody kind of smiles at each other. It's just welcoming. Everybody's so welcoming. I feel like I'm coming home.
One of the big strengths of Pacific is the small class sizes. I feel like I know all of my professors and that they know me.
I hear stories all the time from people at the big brand name schools and how they wish that there was more personal interaction.
I really like the environment that I felt at Pacific from like the first day at the Stockton campus. I just really felt like the professors actually knew who I was.
It's family to me, and I can hardly wait to get up in the morning and get in my car and come over here and then see my friends, my colleagues, the students. They become family to me.
The students know that we care, that they matter in the classroom, and we know each of them by name.
We realize that our first responsibility is to our students, and we have always taken that responsibility very seriously. So our first responsibility is teaching, our second responsibility is scholarship. It's not the other way around here.
15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Yep, everybody knows that.
Well, did you know that some owls aren't that wise?
Don't forget I'm having brunch with Megan tomorrow.
Who?
Megan, my coworker.
Who?
Seriously, you've met her like 3 times.
Who? Geico. 15 minutes could save you, well, you know.
And so you can see, you're like right here, I can just, you know, check my policy here, add a car, speak to customer service, check on a claim, you know, all with the tap of my Geico app.
Oh, that's so cool.
Well, I would disagree with you, but that would make me a liar.
No, dude, you're on the Jumbotron.
Yeah, I pretty much walked into that one.
Geico. Anywhere, anytime. Just a tap away on the Geico app.
On game day,
We wear different uniforms.
we represent different colors,
We come from different backgrounds,
different states.
different cities. Some have hit aces,
Some have hit wedges.
Some have hit threes.
We are different.
But we are the same.
Competition unites us all.
We are not blinded by winning and losing.
The honor of the game must always be upheld.
We represent our conference,
Our school, our team,
ourselves.
the West Coast Conference.
And welcome back to the Alex G. Spano Center. The Tigers found themselves leading this match 2-0 against the Gales of St. Mary's College. The Tigers have won the first set and the second set by scores of 25-23. So far, looking at stats for the Tigers, they're hitting 111 on the night, 26 kills, 16 errors on 90 attempts. Pacing the way as far as kills are concerned is the left side hitter number 4, Lexi Elman. She has 9 kills on 21 swings. And as far as percentage-wise, it's been Joe Howard out of the middle. She has got Alicia Wilk out of the middle. She has 5 kills on 11 attempts. Service-wise, Tigers doing much better at the service line, committing less errors than normally in their matches. They have 3 aces compared to 4 errors, whereas St. Mary's has 1 ace on 4 errors. Pacing the way at the service line has been the freshman libero, number 8, Katrin Gadarba, as she's been have a heavy float and has kept the Tigers in a lot of these matches. However, just saying that, Dodd serves Gadarba and gets the ace. Point for St. Mary's. Dodd back to serve again. She goes back to Gadarba, dug up this time. Whitson goes right side to Schultz. Schultz hits cross court to Dodd. Dodd kind of keeps the ball alive, and a diving Wilkerson keeps it alive again, but back towards the band and not able to send it back to the Tiger side. Point for Pacific. Has a 1-1 tied score in this 3rd set and sends middle blocker Alicia Wilk back to serve. Wilk floats this one over, dug up by Powers. Dodd's there, goes right side to Tinsley. Tinsley hits cross court, and they call it in. Point Pacific, no argument from the Tigers. Must have painted that line. And that kill will put Katrin back into the game and send Allie to the bench. Finer's there. And Schultz just kind of saves that pass off Finer. Tigers free ball it over. Gales go left side to Powers, dug up by Finer. Whitson goes left side to Elman. Elman finds the inside hand of number 2, Rachel Gilchrist there, middle blocker for the Gales, and gets the kill. Tigers so far in this 3rd set, I know it's early, but have 2 kills on 2 attempts. Schultz back to serve, floats this one over. Wilkerson's there. Dodd sets left side to Powers. Powers finds a double block of Howard and Whitson. Looked like Whitson got her hands on it. Point Pacific. Tigers open up a 3-2 lead here and seem to have come out of this 10-minute break with a little more fire, a little more energy and motivation, and are playing really well actually in this 3rd set. Schultz serves down line, dug up by Powers. Gales go right side to Luce. Schultz is there to keep ball alive, and they set left side Elman. Elman puts it through the block. Point Pacific. And now open up a 4-2 lead. Schultz back to serve. She floats this one over. Dug up by Wilkerson. Dodd's there. Goes right side to Luce. Luce hits line off the hands of Elman. Point Pacific, or Point Gales. That kill will send Wilkerson back to serve for St. Mary's as Tigers are leading 4-3. Elman's there, keeps the ball alive. Whitson goes back one to Howard. Howard gets dug by Wilkerson, sends it back over, and Howard gets the putback. Point Pacific. And now Anso's coming back into the game front row. Elman back to serve. She floats this one over, dug up by St. Mary's. Dodd's there, goes right side to Luce. Luce tips it over the block. And the Tigers reached back again, but this time it was Howard as Gadarba looked like she might have been able to get to that one. That tip kill will send Hernandez back to serve, the other setter for St. Mary's. She serves Elman. Whitson goes quick one to Howard, but plays at the net, keep the ball on the Tigers side. And Sophie Bauer hits cross court, top of the tape, but rolls down on St. Mary's side. She records her first kill of the evening. And we'll send Gadarba back to serve. Katrin so far in this match has 2 service aces. She floats this one, hits the top of the tape, and she records her third. Top of the tape kind of sends it a little bit off pattern, and a diving clear Powers is unable to keep it up. Gadarba back to serve yet again. She floats it, this time to Wilkerson. She has a 1 pass as St. Mary's going to have to free ball this one over. Gottaber's there, sets it up. And Whitson turns it on 2, gets the kill. Point Pacific. And the Tigers have opened up this third set with an offensive power. They have 6 kills on 8 attempts with no errors, hitting 750 in this third set. Whitson's looking pretty comfortable up there, setting in the front row. Gottaber serves this one over to Wilkerson. Wilkerson gets a good pass. They go left side to Popovich, but finds a double block of the Tigers. Keeps it on the Gales side. They free ball one over, and Whitson's right there, puts it right down. Point Pacific, 7 kills now, no errors, 9 attempts in this third set. This is going to cause a double substitution for St. Mary's as the Tigers have opened up a 9-4 lead here in this third set. Tigers are hitting 709 for a 780 percentage compared to St. Mary's 318 for a 250 percentage. Gottaber serves right down the line, dug up by the Gales. Dodds there, goes left side to Powers. Powers tries to go high line over the block and hits a little just too far wide left. Point Pacific off of that hitting error. Gottaber is still back to serve. This is Gottaber's 5th serve, and she puts that one into the tape. Point St. Mary's. Claire Powers back to serve for St. Mary's. She floats this one, dug up by Elman. Whitson goes left side to Bauer. Bauer goes seam shot, but dug up by the Gales. They go left side to Tinsley. Tinsley finds double block of Wilk and Whitson. Looks like Whitson yet again got her hands on that one. Point Pacific. And they have now opened up an 11-5 lead here over St. Mary's in this third set. Whitson serves this one to Powers. She digs it up. Dodd goes left side to Tinsley. Tinsley hits it cross court to Gottaber. She takes one off the chest, keeps it alive as the Tigers send this one as a free ball. Dodd goes slide this time to number 9, Alexis Salmons, and she cuts cross court and just a little long. Point Pacific off of that hitting error. This is the kind of fire and intensity that we were looking for from the Tigers in the first 2 sets. Finally comes out in this third set, and they're playing Tiger volleyball now as they are leading 12-5 over the Gales.
Serving up a bad batch, too much bacon on it, bacon on it, bacon on it. Assalamu alaikum on it. Got it, lost it, got it, spent it, got it. Now I'm back to ballin', 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 ballin'.
Whoa. Hey, Wale, you gotta try these.
And welcome back to the Alex G. Spanish Center as the Tigers find themselves leading this match 2-0 and leading the third set 12-5. They come out hot here in this third set as the first 2 went 25-23, 25-23. Whitson back to serve. She floats that one over, dug up by the Gales. Comes a little close, and Wilk does a little intimidation move. She jumps and fake swings at the ball as the ball hits the net and falls on the St. Mary's side. Point Pacific. Claire Powers is now going to exit the game as number 10, Megan Conroy, sophomore outside hitter out of Lubbock, Texas, enters the game. Whitson serves this one and into the middle of the tape. Point St. Mary's. That's going to send number 9, Salmons, back to serve for the Gales, as it is a Tiger lead 13-6 in this third set. Salmons serves. Eltman dug up nicely. Whitson goes middle to Schultz that time. They went back to that X2, the back X2, where Leisha Wilk goes on the slide, and they send Schultz right out of the middle, and they now have 2 kills on 2 attempts out of that play. back to serve for the Tigers, number 7, defensive specialist, Mia Feiner. She floats that one over, dug up nicely. Dodds there, goes left side to Tinsley. Tinsley finds a double block as the Tigers keep this alive, and Elman's just going to free ball that one over. Dodd goes left side again to Tinsley. Tinsley goes line and is able to find the inside of the court. Point for St. Mary's. That point's going to send number 11, Luce, back into the game for St. Mary's as Dodd goes to serve. Dodd serves that one. Lexi's there. Woodson goes back left side to Lexi, and Lexi is able to find the inside corner of the court. Point Pacific. That is Elman's 11th kill of the evening on 23 attempts. She's hitting .348. So kind of sluggish start, 12th kill. Kind of a sluggish start for her, but second and third set, she's really picked it up and has been playing well. Wilkes serves that one over. Gales tip one, but dug up nicely by Feiner as they give it to Howard. Blocked back to the Tigers side. Elming this time goes cross court, dug up by Wilkerson and libero. Ball still alive. Luce just rolls one over to Wilk. She keeps it up. Feiner's there. Gives a high ball left side to Elman. Elman hits right into the middle of the court, dug up by St. Mary's. Wilkerson sets high ball to Luce. She again hits to Wilk, keeps it alive. Tigers go right side to Schultz. Cross court, dug it nicely by St. Mary's as they send the right side to Tinsley, but Tigers there dig it up as they send Howard on a 31 ball. Howard hits back to zone 5 toward Wilkerson and is able to get the kill. Point Pacific. That kill is going to bring Carrie G, number 5, defensive specialist, but coming in normally just to serve for the Tigers. She has a standing float serve. We'll see where she puts it. She goes to zone 5 right at number 10, Megan Conroy. They give a high ball to 11, Luce, but she finds a double block back to St. Mary's side as they give it back to Luce. She rolls one over, dug up by the Tigers. They go right side to Schultz, and Schultz puts that one away cross court. Point Pacific as they now own a 16-7 lead in this third set. Carrie G will continue to serve, see if she goes back to Conroy, as that first pass wasn't too effective. And she does just that. Conroy passes it up a little bit better. A nice diving play by Feiner, keeps the ball alive. Elman hits into a block dug up nicely by G. As, like I said, she's defensive specialist. Whitson goes right side to Schultz. Schultz finds high hands all now with the Tigers' 18-7 lead in the third.
Huh. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Yep, everybody knows that.
Well, did you know that some owls aren't that wise?
Don't forget I'm having brunch with Megan tomorrow.
Who?
Megan, my coworker.
Who?
Seriously, you've met her like 3 times.
Who? Geico. 15 minutes could save you, well, you know.
Hey, Coach, how's the season been?
And welcome back to the Spano Center as Carrie G, serving specialist, in for the Tigers. And serves that one into the net after the timeout. Point for St. Mary's. That missed serve is going to put Katrin Goddebro back into the game for the Tigers. And we'll send 21 Tinsley back to serve for St. Mary's. Tinsley serves this one over, dug up by Feiner. Whitson's there, goes one to Howard. Howard finds a solo block back to the Tigers' side, but dug up nicely by Feiner. Elman rips cross court, dug by the Gares as they go right side to Luce. Feiner's there, keeps the ball alive as Howard tips that one right over in the middle of the court. Diving Wilkerson's not able to get to it. Point Pacific, as that is now Howard's 9th kill of the evening on 25 attempts, hitting .280. Like to see Howard getting the ball a lot. It's always good to get the middles involved in an offense. And we'll send Kat Schultz, number 6'2", right side hitter, back to serve. She floats this one down the line, dug up by Conroy. Dodds there, goes right side to Luce. Luce finds Elman's hands on the soft block, and Whitson kind of just tips that one. Faked like she was going to swing, and Libero pulls up. Whitson must have seen that because she just rolled one back into zone 5, Point Pacific. That is now Whitson's 5th kill of the evening on 7 swings. Back to serve for the Tigers, right side hitter again, Kat Schultz. She floats this one over, dug by Wilkerson. Dodds there, goes a 2-ball right out of the middle to number 22, Gilchrist. And again, that high ball offense in the middle is just not going to be effective at a collegiate level, especially with Jill Howard there in the front row as she records her 5th kill, or her 5th block of the evening. Claire Powers coming back into the game for Conroy, as the Tigers now own a 21-8 lead in this 3rd set. Schultz serves this one over, dug up by Powers. Dodd goes back to Powers on the left side. Blocked there for the Tigers, keeps it alive on the Gale side. As that time they go to Powers yet again. That time she has cross court, nicks Elman's fingertips, and falls into the court. Point St. Mary's. That kill will send Wilkerson back to serve. She floats this one. Finders there, has a 1 pass. Elman just kind of high balls it and gives it to Schultz. She free balls one over. Dodd goes right down the middle to number 9, but played up nicely by the Tigers. They go left side to Elman. Elman finds a seam in the block between Luce and Salmons out of there in the middle, gets the kill, Point Pacific. That Elman kill will send Anne-Sophie Bauer into the front row and Elman back to serve. Tigers flip this one over, dug up nicely by the Gales as Dodd goes left side to Powers, and Powers finds a double block from Howard and Whitson. And again, it looked like Whitson's hands, as she's been doing a really good job there at the net, really getting her hands over, holding her hands in a still position, and had a pretty strong hands. That block gives Tigers a 23-9 lead here in this 3rd set as Elman serves that one over. St. Mary's goes into the middle with Natalie Luce. They kind of ran the same play the Tigers have been successful on with the back X2, where the middle goes on the right side and the right side comes out of the middle. That's a 23-10 lead now for the Tigers and sends the other setter, number 17, Mary Hernandez, back to serve. Hernandez floats this one over, dug up by Elman. Whitson's there, goes back row pipe to Schultz, and Schultz rips one right in the middle of the court. Point Pacific, and now gives the Tigers set and match point, as St. Mary's has to score 14 in a row now to come back in this 3rd set. Back to serve for the Tigers is Katrin Gadaba. I'd like to see her, maybe she can get this last ace, which would be fitting. She has 3 so far in the evening. She serves this one, dug up by Powers. Hernandez is there, goes back to Powers. Powers rips down line, Gadaba's there, picks it up, but sends it over outside the antenna. Point for St. Mary's. St. Mary's serves this one, dug up by Schultz, and she just freeze balls this one over. Powers is there, goes right side, dug up nicely by the Tigers. Whitson goes back row, D-ball to Schultz, and Schultz fittingly puts it across court in between zones 1 and 6, finds the seam, gets the kill, and gives the Tigers the 3-0 match over the Gales of St. Mary's College. Fun fact for that last set for the Tigers, they had 17 kills, no errors on 28 swings, hitting .607. That could have been the most offensive performance there for the Tigers in any set so far this season, as they hit .607. Pacing the way for the Tigers was Elman there on the left side, 13 kills, hitting .345. Out of the middle, Jill Howard had 9 kills on 25 attempts, and Wilk had 5 kills on 11 attempts. On the right side, Howard had 9 on 25. For the evening, the Tigers had 43 kills on 118 swings, hitting .229, compared to St. Mary's 32 kills on 120 swings when they hit .092. That'll do it here in the Alex G. Spanner Center as the Tigers, again, take a 3-0 lead over St. Mary's College and win this match. Improves the Tigers to a 14-3 record, 3-1 within the WCC. Thank you for joining us, and hope you join us again on PacificTigers.com.